Hey, what's good, everybody, man? This your boy Cologne King 777. So we have plethora intense. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Plethora intense, and we have Soir Extreme. I hope I'm saying Soir right, but yeah, Soir Extreme, right? So we know the Soir line is a clone of Rosa Elysium. So let's talk about that first, right? We're gonna see which is the best, the original, the intense, or extreme. The original, you get that fruity opening, like this juicy fruity opening or whatnot, and then when it dries down, it kind of smooths out. You don't have much of them woods, and like in the base, it don't really shines like through the fragrance. So it kind of like when it dries down, you you have the mid and the tops kind of dominating the base. So it's kind of smooth, like a Blue Day Chanel, like EDP. You know how you start off kind of strong, and then when it like dries down, it just smooths out, almost like a, I can't explain it, man, but y'all know what I'm saying. It smooths out. So the intense is like they amped up the base. So now when you have the top and you have the mid notes, but then you have the base in the background doing the top and the mid. So when the top and the mid dries down, that bass kind of dominates. So it's like this woody, this sharpness to the intense. And the woodiness of it is kind of, it reminds me almost like pencil shavings or something like that. So, that's the intense. And to me, the intense like lasts longer than the original. And now they got Soir Extreme. Soir Extreme is like they took the goodness of the original and blended it well with the intense. So now you have the the original. You have the top, the mid, and which is kind of amped up, and you still have the strength of the intense with the woods. So it's kind of like a balance. So to me, I like the and the performance is just the same. I like the extreme better, but I'm gonna tell you this: it's not too far from the intense. Like they're like twin brothers, but one got good hair and a thicker mustache, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So if you have the intense, just keep it. If you don't, go for the extreme, right? Like I say, they pretty much identical. Like, so if you spray it in the air, nobody will be able to tell the difference. But if you got a fragrance nose like us, these upgraded 5.0 noses, you can be like, hold up, that's a little bit juicy, or that's a little bit more woody. That must be such and such. But in the air, man, it's identical, right? So now you have plethora. Plethora is weird, and not in a bad way. It's simple, but it's smooth and it's good. It's like you can't figure it out. It's like it's something about it. It's not complex, but it's good. You know what I'm saying? It's not like Sawa. Sawa is like the kid who have so much going on, like he just try to be too much. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he think everybody's supposed to like him because he got all these fancy clothes and shoes and jewelry and stuff like that. And Plethora is kind of like this smooth kid with regular clothes, but it's just something about him that that draws you to it. You know what I'm saying? To him, right? So that's how Plethora is. So it starts off with this opening of like this smooth fruity opening. It almost remind me of what's that, red tobacco, that fragrance with the red, like I think it is like red tobacco, whatever, but it kind of got this red tobacco vibe to it. And you got these woods playing in the background. Now I do pick up ambroxan a little bit, and maybe some synthetic woods, maybe like Javanol or whatever. I think I picked up a little Javanol inside of it, but it's smooth though, and it's sexy. It's almost unisex. It's almost unisex, right? So what happens is, like when you spray it, you just get these smooth fruity, woody openings, and it just blended well, and it's so smooth. Like it can be like a date scent, or it can just be a casual daytime scent. It's not a nighttime scent. I think that's why they made the intense, because the intense is a little darker, but it doesn't smell better than the plethora, the original. So over that in the intense, I take the original any day. Like And the performance on it is good. Like I told you all in my post in the parfums vintage group, I sprayed my hand. I did one little small spray and I went to work. Like an hour later, I visited a friend and he was like, "Man, what cologne you got on?" I didn't even put on that Soir Extreme. So I told him what it was. He was like, "That smell nice." You know what I'm saying? I'm like, "Man, I can't even smell it." You know, it was on my hand, but apparently, man, the sillage went into his cubicle. But so the performance, and then I'm wearing it today actually, so I get to smell it. So it's simple, but it's good. It reminds me, it has that Emperor DNA to it somehow. Not Emperor like Emperor EDP, but I mean, I say when I say Emperor DNA, like it almost give you like a, not a pineapple. I can't explain it, man. Like this, what I'm saying. It's so mysterious. Like it smells good, man. Like out of the three, plethora would be my pick. Is whooping in the intense because it's more sexier, smoother, and the Soir Extreme is irrelevant. So eliminate the intense, and now we're gonna battle Soir Extreme versus plethora. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna personify the fragrances. So if plethora was a person, it would be the person in the classroom who sits in the back, right? So Soir Extreme would be the person who sits in the middle, in the front. So Soir Extreme would be the guy who joke a lot, always loud, want to be seen, want to be and get the attention from the ladies. Just trying hard to be noticed, if that makes sense, right? And the girls like him, but they also know that he's cocky, and he's arrogant. And so he may get some girls or whatnot, but a lot of them like, yeah, he just too loud. Plethora is the guy who sit in the back, who wear regular clothes. You know what I'm saying? He's quiet, but the girls just notice him because he's different. So they look at him and they be like, man, say something about that guy. Like I can't put my hands on it. He ain't loud. He ain't all goofy acting and stuff like that. Yeah, he don't have the best clothes, but it's something smooth about that guy. You know what I'm saying? And Plethora just sit back and win the crowd that way. So that's what I say when it comes to Plethora and Soir Extreme. If you can personify the fragrances, that's what it's like. So it's mysterious, you can't figure it out, but it's good, and that what makes you attracted to it. Versus Soir Extreme is just kind of loud, and is when people smell it, it's like you trying to make a point. You know what I'm saying? You trying to get somebody to say, "Hey, you smell good." When Plethora just send back like, "Hey, I'm just being me. I'm just chilling," and they'll just draw people to you and be like, "Hey, man, what you got on?" So to me, Plethora Intense take the cake, man. Uh, that's about it, man. I'm about to go back into the building, man. Kind of cold out here. So with that being said, man, this your boy Cologne King, and I'm out, man. Peace.